Yo guys, so during this 3 week break, I'm going to be doing a dissection on not sure every team, but like a lot of the teams. And today and tomorrow, I'm going to be doing a dissection on Miami Heretics and two things that they need to become a way better team, because I think Miami is actually a great team. They don't have the best record right now. They're 1-3, but you can see even 3-2, 3-2, 3-2 loss, all very winnable games, like the Vancouver S&D, which I'll be breaking down. Map 5 red card on my members only. So join the Burrito takeover for that one. But I'm going to get into two reasons why, or two things that they need to become a way better team. The first one we're going to break down in this video. The second one's going to be for part 2 tomorrow. The first thing is their S&D. Their S&D has not been good at all. They've been making a lot of mistakes. We're going to get into the Boston Breach S&D where they lost 6-2, which was a very winnable game. If you wanted to start by S&D, like, they have one positive KD on the team. Granted, it's S&D. There's a lot of 7-8, 6-8 score lines, in S&D, but your whole team is negative, which means you're not getting the kills to win the rounds at all. And if you want to get into their S&D map record, so they are 1-6 in S&D. They've won one S&D, which was on protocol. They lost red card twice. They lost rewind twice. They lost skyline once. They lost vault once. And not good. They basically picked like a lot of these maps and they lost like a lot of these, as you could see. But I can't go through rewind because rewind got taken out. But S&D is another thing, and what we're going to be going over in part 2, I'll just tell you about it now before we get into the S&D with the Boston Breach, is their hard point. And not necessarily their hard point, but I actually think their hard point's pretty good, but it comes down to one player, and that one player is Lucky. I feel like Lucky needs to step it up. And I think both ARs, this is a problem a lot of teams are having right now. Atlanta FaZe, Cloud9, which those videos are going to be dropping later this week on the main channel, on the members only as well. I have a lot of stuff coming. I've been recording a lot today. Lucky needs to do better in the slang. And in general, if you want to talk about their slang in general, which we'll get more into in part 2 tomorrow, when one AR does good one map, the other AR is not doing good on the same map. They never have both ARs doing good on like the same map ever in respawn, in particular. But for the main AR to have a 75 Slayer rating, that's the problem a lot of ARs are having. If you go through a lot of ARs in the league, a lot of them are averaging very low Slayer ratings. Like, for example, like the SMGs on Gentlemates are doing very good, but then both the ARs, 75 Slayer ratings, not good enough. So if we take a look at the KDs a bit, for hardpoint, 0.88 and hardpoint, not acceptable for a main AR. I mean, like, the Flex is doing a lot better. And then for S&D, all of them struggling in S&D except for Real, not good. So they clearly had to step that stuff up. And the reason why I say they're a very good team is because if they just tweak their S&D and they fix their hardpoint up a tad bit and just get one player to perform more and get both ARs to perform more in general on the same hardpoints, they could be seeing a lot of success. And the reason why we're not talking about control is because they're 4 or 3-0 in control. They haven't dropped the control, so control's not an issue. They only got 2 issues here, and it's mainly their S&D. If they could fix their S&D, I feel like they could squeak by with how their hardpoint is, just get one player to play a bit better. Like, their hardpoint isn't bad. They're 4-3 in hardpoint, which is not bad for like a main pack or like a mid card team. It's not bad at all. It's just their S&D. It's like the one caveat to their whole thing. 1-6 in S&D. And they had some winnable S&Ds. If they won the one against Vancouver Surge and then they won the Boston one, they're 3-3, and it doesn't look that, or they're 3-4. My bad, my math's off. But they had some winnable S&Ds in there. We're going to break a few of them down. I'll probably do like the red card one and the one they played on Vault on the members only. But you guys enjoy the Boston Breach one starting right now. This S&D is kind of a double-edged sword, and not really much to break down in this first round, but there's still stuff to talk about. But I thought overall Boston just played this S&D way better. They had a game plan, they had the teamwork, but probably still things Miami probably could have did better. But we're still gonna go through it anyway because they lost it 6-2 game 5. So like this one's hard because this one's partially the map as well, so I can't really blame them because there's like 1 cut, 2 cut, 3 cut, 4 cut to watch. It's so crazy how there's like so many lanes to watch on such a small map. So 4 basically got this side covered. So 3's watching that, and 1's also kind of watching the same thing as 3. You could argue, because I've seen teams send a guy on defense to like peek up and watch this right off the break and then back up, which is probably what he probably should have did, because 3's watching that. 3 basically got all that. So if he dies, he has it traded anyway. He should be watching that so 4 doesn't die in the back. Hindsight, maybe hindsight, but there's just like a lot of cuts to be watching because he's basically doing absolutely nothing at this point, and Real dies for free when he doesn't have to die, and Rencore just gets the blood as well. So if Real's alive and then this guy gets this killed, they now have 3 guys up, and it's now a 4v2, which probably puts them in pole position to win this round. And then 2 over there lose the gunfight. I can't see it on them. Okay, he's up top and he's down low. Okay, yeah, well, yeah, that gunfight happens sometimes. And I thought right here, so 3's expecting 6 to pinch. I don't know why, because he literally just died from bottom bed. Maybe he thinks he's just going to sprint around. Even if he thinks he's going to pinch or not, that would probably be the perfect time to ISO 8 and just push him. And possibly put yourselves in a 2v1. Maybe he ends up getting one. You're in a 1v1 anyway. That one's another hindsight. So, so Awakening ends up pushing and getting the guy on the bomb when Rencore is literally watching the pinch for no reason. I have no idea why he thinks he's about to sprint by, but that's another story. And then also another blunder from Rencore, even though he's 2-0, he has the AR out. And it has ammo in it, as you can see. Bro, he puts away the AR, takes out the SMG to challenge long. Makes no sense. Maybe he probably still would have lost that anyway. That was confusing. That was very confusing, I'm not going to lie. Bro, and he almost won the gunfight. If he had an AR out, he actually would have won that. So that was really confusing. Why did he just keep the AR out? Okay, so I'm going to play this round in slow motion. Because one thing I don't like, because something I talked about in previous S&D breakdown videos is if you know it's like an offense round and you have a guy whose main objective is going to be to try to get in their spawn, I think the rest of the team has to try to set that guy up for success and like help him get to where he needs to go, because then when he's in their back spawn and he's doing all kinds of shit back there, it makes the rest of the map easier on you, because now people are going to be wondering where Real is, and it actually probably gives you a lot more comfort or whatever. But I mean, they had everything locked down here, so Real actually makes a great push up. Like, he's actually able to sneak by without being seen. Actually, I think Snoopy saw him anyway. But they basically have the right thing going on. They have 2 watching this, they have 1 on A, and we have Real here. I just don't know why 2 gives this up. This is lucky. It's the only thing you have to watch. 1 has the other thing covered. He goes to go through books, to go back to bed. I have no idea why he does this. Like, he could have kept watching this, and he probably gets Purge. And if he gets Purge, then this whole round now opens up, because then if Purge is gone, Real could just walk right in the back spawn. All of a sudden, they're tweaking. He already gets the first blood. They'll have 2 down. They'll have a 4v2. They could probably just collapse on A. But like I said, he gives that up. And then Real, some I hate, is when 1 player could get ISO'd by 2 players when all of his other teammates are up. I always hated that. Even like whenever I play, like, this could be any game, like Apex, COD. Like, sometimes I'll be playing Apex. It'll be a 3v3 fight, but it feels like I'm in a 1v3, because like it's like my teammates are there, but they're not actually there helping. And that's kind of what this probably was for Real. He gets 2v1 there, but and then after Rancor you're gonna see right there gets that blood. Two of your teammates are already on that guy. I don't know why you feel you also have to go help him. This could be hindsight cheese. He probably doesn't think we just got 2 guys over at A. There's probably not going to be a 3rd guy there. But if 1 guy's there, I mean, the only other option is for that guy to go underground or A. But you already have 2 guys shooting at the 1 guy. I don't know where you're going to go help from, but probably should have peeked A real quick. But he just like walks by and then A gets him. And next thing you know, they're in a 2v1. And then it's over from there. And they're down 0-2. But these are just like small things, but all these stuff add up whenever you're playing S&D for sure. All of them add up. And then all Boss and S to do is just double up. They're going around the map together. Almost kind of impossible to lose like a 2v1 when you're both flying around the map. Alright, so round number 3. So I just want to talk about something real quick. So right here, so Snoopy actually did this the first round. This is obviously hindsight. This is just me talking S&D, but they knew Snoopy did this first round. So I'm actually curious if like maybe Miami should have came up with like a strat like on the fly. Like I know this is hindsight because I'm just like talking S&D at this point. Knowing Snoopy's probably going to do this again, have 2 watch like bedroom from like long right there, and then have these 2 guys just push through. These 2 guys push through, or at least like 4 push up and 1 push through. Somebody like chow like this, chow the bottom area. I don't know. I just like thinking of that. Like sometimes you need to come up with straps on. I'm just stumbling. Sometimes you need to come up with strats on the fly to like counter what their team's doing. Obviously, like you don't want to play to the game they're playing because like you know you don't want them to dictate the whole game. But that's just like a thought I had. But they actually end up getting the first blood. But it's how the round ends where Miami pisses me off. So number 1 actually gets his first blood. So he actually ends up trailing the area that, like I said, he probably should have trailed. And then he catches number 5 running away right there. And now it's a 4v3. You're thinking, okay, cool. Like, they should probably have this round. It's a meta advantage on a pretty small map. So Miami opts to just give up possession of basically the whole map. They 3-stack A. And they have the guy at B just go in the back. Hindsight cheese once again. Okay, that's the last time I'll emphasize this. There's a lot of hindsight cheese when it comes to talking about S&D. But for my opinion, so from Miami's POV, I already know what they're thinking. Because sometimes it's like this in S&D. You stack the bomb where you don't want them. You stack the bomb that you don't want to deal with when they plant. And the last thing you want to deal with in a 4v3, even if you have man advantage, is if they plant A and they plant like the wallbang spot because it'll be easier for them to clutch. So they sent a majority of their numbers to A. Understandable. So we'll just accept that. And the guy over there, number 2, is playing it very safe in the back of B. He's just like, yeah, whatever. I'm chilling. I'm going to play it safe. If they plant, there's 4 of us. There's 3 of them. We should be able to win this. Sure, whatever. Let's go with that. Snoopy even drops the bomb because he goes in first. Like, the hindsight of me was like, actually, no, I'm not even gonna. Whatever. Let's just talk about the plant. It's more what they do when like the bomb gets planted. So it's a 4v3 retake. I mean, usually whenever a team plants, like you're always worried if a guy's gonna pinch because usually a guy always tries to go out of the ordinary and pinch and catch people off guard. But in a 4v3 with where this bomb is, it would be different if it was like outside, but it's inside. So the power is in your hands and it's planted in one direction where they have to come through 2 different doors. But if you have the patio locked down, then you basically just have to watch this. So I'm going to tell you what Miami should have done, and then we'll see what they did. Actually, we'll see what they did do, and then I'll tell you what they should have done. Because they should have won this easily. So 4 and 3 are able to get a trade here. Like, that's completely fine. And then take a look what happens. So Rencor down there, chows, 1 chow separately, 2 chows separately. So it's like 3 different chows. I don't understand. So now we're going to play this in slow motion. We're going to go through what I think. what I think should have happened. So it's a 4v3. I don't mind 4-3 going for this trade. I don't mind it at all. Real probably could have played his life a bit better and probably could have spared his life, and they probably would have had a 4v2 there. But that's besides the question. So right here, you got number 2 who comes in from the back door. You got 1 who is already in the bomb. You got 3 right there. Rencore does not need to go back down the steps and go on the pinch. Right now, they know they have the man advantage. Boston has to check the bomb, which means use the bomb to your advantage to bait them out. Don't go out to them and put the power in their hands by just walking into them. They should be walking to you. So I think Rencore should be on this patio and just has to watch the stairs. That's all he got to do. He could go in the corner right here where the plants are and just watch this. That has that covered. Lucky just came in from the back. So realistically, they shouldn't be coming in the back, but you never know. But 2 and 1 now just have to they should be going together to clear this out. And if they do clear it out, someone go for the defuse. Somebody sit in a corner, just watch over it. If they come from the backside, they literally they have to walk into your irons. Rencore's guaranteed to get a kill here. I just feel like they did everything so separately. So Rencore goes back down. He shouldn't even be going back down. Let that guy come to you. Go back up, help your team in the bomb, and then you can trade out from there, whatever, or just watch. If you anticipate, because you clearly anticipated somebody's going to flank through kitchen, let him walk into you. But that's hindsight, because if he won the gunfight, it would have been whatever. So we could focus on 2 and 1. So 2 actually goes back out. I have no idea why the fuck he's going back out. No idea. He's thinking he's going to get flanked from the back. That's something you don't even got to focus on right now. You have to play your numbers. That's the most important thing. In a man advantage, when you don't play your numbers, what is the point of having the man advantage? That is the whole point, is to play numbers. You need to go with your team. So 2 and 1 need to work on this front door together. And if they do, they actually trade this out. And then, they probably end up getting number 6, but they were just all over the place there. But 2, I understand their thought process, though. I understand the thought process of 2 going back out because he thinks the flank's going to happen. But why would you leave your teammate in the bomb? If you're going to do that, then he just has to glitch the bomb or something. But it's just 3 different chows. We saw 3 different chows, and that was just tweaky S&D right there. That was tweaky fucking S&D. But in their defense, I will try to make a defense for them, even though there honestly is none. There's the rope. There's the piano hop up. There's the stairs. There's the door. There's that door. There's 5 different ways. But, the patio is pretty much covered. If you're there in a corner and they pop up on the stairs, you easily get a headshot multiplier there. It's a pretty easy gunfight. And these 2 just got to work together on the front door. If he hops up the rope, bro, let him hop up the rope. But I will give Boston credit because they took complete advantage of Miami's mistakes. But I don't like him going back out. You were already in there, bro. You were already in there. It just makes no sense. But yeah, should have lost that. Unfortunate. But rounds like that do happen. But, this goes towards the bad S&D, so.
Feels built different.
I'm going to give Miami credit on this round, specifically Lucky. I thought he played it very well. So he gets that first blood, and I love how he reads this push. I thought this was world class to read that push. And that was great. And they're able to work out that first blood. We have Real, who literally took a route through underground, was able to get that one. And he ended up winning this round. Granted, could have went south, but most teams have one guy on B, so he was taking full advantage because he already got 2P, so they clearly knew that Boston was pushing through to their side, so the map would be more open. So
didn't see any toes. Oh, he might have seen a shadow.
Then they plant the bomb, and it's basically over from there. So
the timing is just unbearable. Real free.
That's a crazy evade out of Real, though.
As free as a bird as he flies. And yeah, watch
that
out
guy
for this one.
tells that, which is weird.
He's still on. Might get caught. Checks it.
Real is just flying all over the place, bro.
So hard to kill.
Yeah, he's just wasted so much time and shoulders being thrown.
Oh, they're just throwing shit on him, bro.
But Real I mean, he was quite literally everywhere.
Iran came down
Down, so
to Lucky. That was a
all
great
over, just
read.
good
That was a
reaction
great
time.
read out of
Oh
him
my god, that was so fun to watch in third
to read
person.
that pressure. I mean, he probably saw them like literally sprinting across anyway, but
You get a couple of tags
was
and
great
you
first
see
blood
his
out of him.
shoes
Because most of the time, the
soaring
person on like
I'm not getting this.
those stairs usually wins the
That's
gunfight like a lot of the time. Or
Not
not
even
really,
one for
actually,
Karen
but
to deal with that moment.
good run out of them. I'm not gonna lie though, Boston probably should have won this round. They probably should have won the game 6-1 at this point. This was this was a Boston troll for sure. So I actually want to highlight this at the beginning of the round. So they clearly now know that Snoopy is taking this route every single time through mid, and I still feel like my way probably would have been a bit more effective. Going after this guy from going this way. Granted, 4 is watching this as well, but having this guy chow and just leaving his whole bed and top open, it's like this guy's he's just being left, and there's clearly a crazy angle here that Cammy has, like right when you go through like the door of P4, you could like see that angle. That should have been something Miami probably should have taken into account, but yeah, just very dangerous to watch that and like look that way and leave your whole side open. Granted, he is watching that side, but clearly there's an angle there. He's not watching all of it. If anything, you gotta like stand right beside him so you can watch everything. But yeah, leaves that open. I still feel like you can honestly 3-stack this side, have the guy watch bed, and just push through this side. That way you clear it out right at the beginning. And off of that info, this guy could like be bed. This guy could be having eyes on this, and you could probably either work through or like peek this side, have these guys tweaking, and then allow everyone else to push up off of the info you're getting, because now they're just like all over the place. So I mean, yeah, but the last thing you want is like a guy behind like this thing right there. Like if I rewind it, you can see what I'm. Last thing you want is a guy like on this side by himself, and he has to look through this because it's kind of a gunfight. This person will probably win, maybe. But yeah, I kind of feel like they could have did that a bit better. But let's see how the rest of the round plays out, though. So all of Boston goes back, which is great out of them. They have the man advantage, so they start playing their numbers. And I'm gonna show you where a mistake I feel kind of was made. I don't know. I love how fucking Real was just moving, bro. He was just moving around. He was honestly keeping Boston on their toes. So everyone from Boston goes across. I feel, especially with the way B-Bomb is, Cammy should just go with them. Cammy doesn't even need to play island in this situation. There's no benefit to playing island player when the bomb's inside B. All 4 of you guys could honestly go inside B or around B, have it all covered, and they can't do a thing about it. Like, they're done if all 4 of you guys are in B or around B. Cammy does not need to be an island player here. But hindsight's 2020 because he died. If he won, maybe like, even if he just, where he is right now, if you just go prone and just lay down and watch that, but he clearly was not doing that. He was like doing way too much, and 4 gets him, but they still should have won this anyway. Purge watching this, and I want to show you this amazing play out of Purge. This is Purge doing Purge things, and the best way I could put this is what a effing idiot, bro, because I don't understand. They have a perfect setup in this bomb, and they have the man advantage to get the trades as well. So Snoopy watching this door, Awakening still tweaking, trying to figure out where he should watch. So Awakening is now watching that door. He's not watching the front door. So they have the patio door and the front door covered. All Purge got to do is basically be Riaz. He could even be behind the door, honestly. He could be behind the other door. You can't really see what I'm talking about, but actually, Purge could be behind this door and just watch everything. And if they walk in, then, I mean, they walk in. But he just has to chill. He just has to chill. Like, he's chilling in this bomb.
This is man advantage with Boston.
He tweaks, and just take a look at what he does. When his whole team has this set up in the bomb, what does Purge go and do? Purge goes and does Purge things. He flies out the bomb. Where are you going, brother? Where are you going? Where are you going? Like, where are you going? Damn, baby. Where are you going, man? Bro, you could have been anywhere, bro. I'm not even trolling. Bro, even if he just like anywhere sat here and watched piano, just anywhere in here, just lay down and don't do nothing. I know that they're focused on the door because they can budge open the door, but I mean, easy trade, you know? All these are trades. Why is flying out the door and dying? How is that going to help your team in a man advantage? And now Boston's tweaking. They're like, fuck, there's only two of us. Oh my God, let's go. They're running around. Snoopy runs out, dies. Awaken gets that kill, but he's at an angle where he does not see Real. But I think he probably hears him here, but Real wins that gunfight. So Boston said, we saw your troll on B-Bomb. We're going to try to do you one better. And, you know, it is what it is. But yeah, that definitely probably should have been 4-1, to be honest. Miami, this map had to find a way to adapt to Snoopy on the offenses, like the way he was going through mid. Like, they had to switch up their playstyle to just counter him and make Snoopy not do it anymore. Because I think Snoopy's the type of player like Envoy and everyone where if something is working, he's going to keep doing it. So this round was interesting. It was a pretty winnable round, I would say. So there's some teamwork things going on. So it's a combination of Purge making a good play and them also leaving a gap open. So we have number 1 who's going out to watch A side, and we got 3 also watching A side, and 4 goes underground and just leaves 2 up top to watch like the long haul, which means nobody sees this gap that Purge is able to make it through. So Purge is looking. He's like, oh my God, no one's actually looking bad. Oh shit, fuck. So he pushes up. He's chilling there. And no one sees him cross. So now he's in this corner. Purge is in this spot. They actually throw a stun check. I think that stun hit in the air because it didn't get Purge. Because otherwise they probably would have known he was there. But take a look at the play Purge makes. He flies through the window, is able to go out to poolside. Real's going underground. And Purge is able to get the first blood on number 1. Part of me doesn't understand why 1 and 3 need to look at this if they have basically no intentions of going through A. It doesn't really look like they're trying to work A. It looks like they're trying to get like a B push going, but they're trying to get a pick over at A. But Purge is able to get that kill, and then Purge kind of tweaks because he probably thinks they're all around him. So he kind of goes out and goes for like a heat check and dies. So that is what it is. And Real on a flank. So Real actually makes like a pretty good route here.
Real, he's taken a lot of the map.
Turn as round goes on. So here's where my confusion lies. So I'm curious because you're gonna see how this round plays out. What the is Runcore doing, brother? I can't swear. I don't want to get the F over with your teammates, brother. Bro, you're gonna see how long you're gonna see how long this guy fucking sits there. So they get this kill. After that kill, it's a 3v2, brother. Get over to your teammates. Hello. Go through poolside where you got headies. Run to your teammates. Go, go, go. Instead, he peeks and he goes back. Bro, why are you sitting there watching the flank? You have the bomb, man. It's a 3v2, brother. Get with your team. Get with your team, bro. They're looking for Snoopy. Snoopy stuns this guy, and I don't understand. And now, number 2, Lucky takes this tell all by himself. And the man advantage is gone. I don't, like, they were hard chasing him, too. So, like, they saw him all the way back here, so let me see his playthrough. So he clearly saw that cross right there. He had to, because he's shouldering it. This guy comes to help. Great. They see him go down low. Snoopy was like, he's like a tiny Shotzi, bro. Just knows how to get away. Throws that stun, goes up top. He's seeing red. He's trying to chase Snoopy, but has no help. So goes in by himself, dies. Man advantage gone. Now Real's like, man, what do I do? This whole time it's going down, just chilling. Just chilling. Where are you going? And now he goes underground. Where were you the whole round? You know, where were you the whole round? Probably could have used you. Yeah, probably could use you for some trades.
This is
Probably
gonna
could
be
use you for some
interesting
trades.
timing for this 2v2.
And they plant the bomb,
I've got him.
and this is actually like a
Go for it.
small thing right here.
Take the route.
So, Rel gets his kill on Cammy. This is great. I feel this is a small thing. Could say armchair quarterback. I don't think so, because this is something I used to do all the time, especially in a 2v1. If you plant the bomb, you just got a kill out in hall. When you finish planting the bomb, run in the direction of your teammate. Why are you running the opposite way? Granted, he probably doesn't think Snoopy's going to be right there, but at least if you run towards your teammate, you're both together, you know? And you still have the bomb in your hand as well, so you're kind of, you can't do anything for like a second or two. So going towards your teammate, at least you're together. He runs opposite ways his teammate. Awesome.
Oh, Real.
Like, they probably could have had a setup where like Rancor runs out and he's just in the corner right here by the door, and then Real is literally watching his whole back. They probably could have did something like that maybe, but
Snoopy makes someone
instead he leaves Real in a
And
1v1.
he's dancing, and he's moving, and
Snoopy
he's
takes this
moving,
route.
and
At
he's
first, when I watched this
moving.
live, I was like,
Short
what
time.
is he doing? But I mean,
Oh, hello.
Dios mío.
honestly, like the S&D in me, I mean,
Qualifiers.
Real's a very good S&D player. He's a very good player in general, but my singles intuition kicks in around this time. Usually when I don't see somebody for like 15-20 seconds, my head instantly clicks. They're probably gonna take a route. They're probably gonna come behind me or something like that, because there's no way he's gonna spend this whole time on this backside just not doing anything. So I would assume at this moment probably on a flank. He probably got horrible time in there anyway. But that's just me. But probably could have won that round. It was pretty winnable. They had a lot of winnable rounds in this game.
It's 4-2.
A lot of
I mean,
winnable
this
rounds.
is- I want, like,
I actually do like the way Boston plays this round, because last time they hit B, they were throwing stuns and nades at this hall, so they decided to actually go quiet. But Miami actually does read it though. Miami does read this, so this is actually good on both teams' parts. Probably thinking they're still gonna do this anyway.
Snoopy.
And then they go in here. Purge gets this guy, but there's a guy on the patio. Trades him out. And they get two. He's able to get away with his life. They got a 3v2. They probably know there's bomb down. They probably seen it from there. And I just think all three of them play together. Like, he's in the bomb, safe, whatever. He goes out. I'm not that mad at this part because he's able to get the trade, but he didn't have to fly out and go into a different corner, and probably could have just stayed up top. But it's more the setup. I appreciate that they're together. They're obviously together. He's played I guarantee every player in the CDL has gone into a private match, all of them together, and gone over spots like this. If they could be seen from spots like this, all this stuff, I'm sure they've all gone over it. So I don't know why he's specifically in this corner, knowing that it could be seen from the outside. It would make more sense being in this position if Real was closer to this, but he's obviously not trying to get zapped. So, I mean, I just think probably could have played a better corner, honestly. Even just like the corner right there, like right around the elevator in the corner to the left, probably could have actually taken your chances on that corner. Probably had a way better success rate. Like, instead he dies there, and then Real tries to go for a chow on Awakening, zaps him.
Where are they going?
No.
I just didn't like that, because like you could even see in the kill cam right here. You can see in the kill cam.
Did they even shoot him?
Like, it looks hilarious in the kill cam. The fact that he's like that wide open, and then it's just an easy read on like the rechow.
S&D chows, boys. Like, these are not good setups.
Not good setups. But I don't even think the first guy, Lucky, had to even hop out and like go down low. You could have just played patio. Play patio, watch the back steps. And then no one has to worry about the back steps, and they could just watch the front side. You know, do something like that.
It's match point.
Like, this map's pretty like easy to play once you have like a man advantage, but I don't know. Maybe it's just me. As much flack as I gave Purge, like, you know, for some reason I'm just not a fan. But he could get better. He could get better, obviously. But I love how he plays this, because he's got Miami in the palm of his hands, because now they saw what he did last round where he push Pool. No one was watching it. And now they literally have everybody watching Pool thinking he's going to do it again. But he is one step ahead of all of them. He's got 2 watching bed, 1 watching bed. He's got everybody watching everything. And he decides to one-up them. And he goes underground because they never went underground yet. And they're not going to expect it. He actually watches it for a sec. He watches it for a sec, but it's like a quick second he turns around. So Purge is waiting for his moment like a smart player would. He's waiting for some shots to go down, some stuns to go down. You see him watching it for a quick sec. And then Purge goes right through at the perfect time. Like, they were trying to play for Purge this round. And Purge was one step ahead of them.
He's so patient for this as
So
well.
I thought that was great. He walks through here. Gets the first blood. Meanwhile, Snoopy's camping in B because he knows how Real actually likes to go down like this hole sometimes. So he waits for him, and then he sees him, shoots a bit early, but he chows, and they get that guy, and it's basically over from here. I think they just fly at him, and it ends up being like a 1v1, then they end up getting the win anyway, but yeah, there was a lot of rounds for Miami, especially in that B area. They're going to have to go to the drawing board on that B bomb site and work some things out there because a lot went wrong at that B bomb site. It's like 3 rounds. You got to think. Be like 5-2 them. You got to think. They played their advantages a bit better.
He's given himself a fighting chance and he's rotated. He just doesn't
Probably could have won this too, but it's better. A lot of winnable rounds out of Miami. Miami's a really good team, but they need to sharpen up their S&D. It looks like they're... I'm not going to say it looks like they're nervous because I've seen them play red card. And like they played red card pretty good even though they lost that 6-5. I'm going to cover that on my members only, by the way. But yeah, they have good teamwork. They just need to work on their situationals. Obviously, it's honestly mostly situationals and also seeing what teams do and adapting early, not adapting too late, and also just making the other team play around them like a little bit more too. But overall, they played that S&D pretty good. They just made like 3 mistakes, which kind of cost them that game. Could have easily went the other way. Could have been 6-2 Miami, or even like maybe 6-3 because Boston did troll around there. But yeah,